Recorded Books and One Click Digital present Forsaken by B.J. Daniels, narrated by Graham Winton.
Chapter 1. The horse stumbled under him as he plunged down the steep mountainside, but he spurred on the mare. Around him the dark pines swayed and sighed in the wind as he crashed down through them, his only thought to reach the ranch alive. Terror quilled the hair on the back of his neck, but he didn't dare turn around. Fighting to stay in the saddle, he raced along the creek before charging into the fast-running stream. The clear water showered up in an icy wave that soaked him to the skin and stole his breath. His horse bolted up the other side, forcing him to cling to the saddle horn to stay on his mount. A pine bough caught him in the face, a sharp twig scraping across his cheek and cutting into his flesh. Behind him he heard the familiar sound over the roar of his pulse and the howling wind and the thundering hooves of his horse echoing through the timber. Behind him was that unearthly silence that had chased him out of the Beartooth Mountains. Even as he rode the horse harder, he knew he'd never be able to outrun it, or the smell of death lingering on his skin. Deputy Sheriff Bentley Jamison was the only one in the office when the call came in.
"That you, Frank?"
a grating, elderly male voice asked when the dispatcher put the call through. "Sheriff Frank Curry is out of the office. This is Deputy Sheriff Bentley Jamison. What can I do for you?"
"Bentley Jamison? Never heard of you."
Jamison must have said the next words a dozen times a day since he'd recently joined the force. "I'm new."
"Huh,"
the man said with a chuckle.
"Bet you ain't from around here either."
That was a bet the man would win. At least he hadn't asked what most people did on meeting the new deputy. "What the devil are you doing way out here?" "What can I do for you?" Jamison asked.
"Well, this is Fuzz Carpenter. You don't know me, but I just run across a kid coming out of the Beartooths. He was riding hell-bent for leather like the devil was chasing him. Had blood all over him. I flagged him down to try to find out what was wrong, but he wasn't making an ounce of sense. All I could get out of him was that he worked for the Diamond C sheep ranch. That's about all I can tell you, excepting I didn't like the look in his eyes. Something bad happened back up in those mountains, sure as hell."
Jamison wrote the words Diamond C Ranch on the pad next to his phone. "How long ago was this, and where exactly?"
"Not 10 minutes ago.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?